Today we're going to talk about the top 5 bidet seats of 2026. We've sold over 20,000 bidets in the last 12 plus years, so we have a lot of experience and we're using that to create this video and share with you the best bidets out there. In this video, we're going to talk about how we test bidet seats to determine which one should end up in the top 5 video. We're also going to describe which features each of these seats share and how these features differ from one another in the top 5. Who each of these seats is for, and then we're also going to talk about some honorable mentions. My name is Daniel Johnson with minibidets.com, where we give you expert advice on all things bidets. So we try to test all of the elements of a seat. We test the pressure, looking at the volume of the water, the width of the spray, and the real feel in one of our 7 bathrooms here in the showroom. We also use a heat gun to test the temperature of the water and get an accurate range of what that temperature offers. We also get a heat map of the seat itself so that you know what the range of the heated seat is and what areas are hottest or coldest. When it comes to the seat, there are differences also in shape and space and comfort. We touch on all of that as well. And we get some real feedback from our staff and customer feedback about the comfort of each of these seats that are in our top 5 video. We believe in full transparency, so before we dive in any further, we want to bring up the fact that we did not get paid by any of the brands that are in this video, but we do own the Infinity brand. Not only that, but we love the Eco Nova. In fact, we loved it so much that we are now in the process of buying the Nova brand. Now that being said, we do not want to be biased towards these products just because they have a special place in our heart, and we avoid that by relying very heavily on customer feedback and customer reviews. We also look at repair rates, return rates, and a lot of our customers buy a product from us after having tried a different product or buy multiple products from us that are in different lines. In these scenarios, a lot of the times they offer comparisons. What did they like and what did they dislike about each of the seats? We use this very heavily when coming up with our top 5 so that we have the most unbiased top 5 video we can have. All of the seats in our top 5 have a lot of things in common. They all have heated seats. They all have rear and front wash. They all have adjustable pressure. They all have position adjustment and oscillation, warm air dryers, a wireless remote, a self-cleaning nozzle, and a nightlight. They also all require electricity, have a 4-foot cord to plug in, and pull about 6 to 8 amps with a starting pull of about 10 to 12 amps. In 5th place, we have the Swash 1400. It comes in at a price point of $699. And while we have a lot to talk about, let's start with the most important element, and that is the customer feedback. We get a lot of great feedback on this from people with hemorrhoids or incontinence that are cleaning up after, simply because with the wide wash setting, it is very wide and very soft, making it great for those scenarios. It is a bit of a smaller seat, as you can see, with a high back. So people who are smaller tend to find this much more comfortable. People who are larger tend to not find the seat very comfortable and tend to pick a different model. It's made of ABS plastic, which is somewhat brittle, and the lid, which tends to break quite a bit, is not covered under the warranty. It does offer both round and elongated seats, and it offers both a white and a biscuit color, which is a little bit rare, so it's got quite a bit of variety as far as shape and color is concerned. We give this seat a 2 out of 5 rating for comfort, primarily because of how small the seat itself is. The heat ranges from 91 degrees Fahrenheit to about 102 degrees Fahrenheit, and the lid is sittable. Now that being said, again, it is ABS plastic and it is prone to break and is not covered under warranty if it is broken, so keep that in mind before taking a seat. The Swash 1400 does not offer auto opening, but it does have silver nano sterilization, and the nozzle is a stainless steel dual nozzle. So you have one nozzle for the front wash, one nozzle for the rear wash, and both are stainless steel. You also have quite a bit of variance on those nozzles with 7 different nozzle positions, and it has pretty good range from a wash from front to back. Both the front and rear nozzles offer one nozzle spout for each of those washes. The wash's temperature ranges from 92 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 103, and you can also turn off the heated water altogether if you want the water at room temperature. The pressure on the rear wash is quite good, offering a very low end pressure and a decent high end pressure. And if you set the wide settings, this is one of the few seats that offers a wide setting, it gets even softer. Again, great for those with hemorrhoids or looking to clean up after incontinence. Again, the rear wash has 7 different nozzle positions from front to back, and it has a range of about 1.5 inches. The front wash has a good low to high range as well. Again, especially when taking in the wider wash settings, very soft in those settings. This front wash also has 7 different nozzle positions and has a slightly larger range of about 1.75 inches. We talked about the fact that the Brondell Swash 1400 has width settings. It actually has 3 width settings, so normal, medium wide, and really wide. And so it is one of those seats that's pretty unique in the respect that it gives you a lot of flexibility from side to side. As it gets wider, it also gets softer. The remote has 3 transmitters in it, 2 on the top and then 1 on the front. And the seat has 3 receivers on it, 1 on this side, 1 on the far side, and 1 on the top of the seat. These are infrared receivers, so in a small bathroom or bathroom with dark walls, the signal might have a bit of a rough time, but the fact that there are 3 transmitters and 3 receivers means we have a pretty good success rate with this remote and seat. The buttons are pretty well laid out, and not only do they have images, but they also have words, so it's easy to see exactly what each of these buttons do. They are clicked, so you can feel when you've pressed them, and you've got a red stop button, which we always appreciate. When you press a button that has a range, you can see that you have options here for blue, pink, or an orange. And so you can see exactly what setting you've selected in that range. These are located above both the seat temperature, the spray width, and the water temperature buttons. The remote is powered by 4 coin batteries. Those are 2032 batteries. They do come with the seat, so you don't have to worry about sourcing them. There are 2 user presets on the front of the remote as well, which you can see here, which allow you to save your favorite settings in the remote so that if someone changes settings, it's 1 button press to get back to what you love. You can also see an auto wash here. This runs a wash followed by a dry, and all of the settings are set to medium for this. Medium pressure, medium temperature, medium nozzle position. But again, 1 button press and you get both the wash and the dry. The warranty on the Swash 1400 is a 3-year limited warranty. So the first year you get 100% coverage. Remember, the lid is not covered if it cracks. 75% coverage in the second year and 50% in the third. You can also upgrade to a 5-year warranty if you so desire. So that's always an option if you want some added peace of mind. We don't currently offer a risk-free trial on the Swash 1400. We are very particular about what seats we offer risk-free trials on. And at the moment, the Swash 1400 is not on that list. So what would make this seat the perfect seat for you? Well, if you're a smaller individual, you want really wide, really soft washes. And if you're looking for a biscuit color seat, those would be great reasons to consider the Swash 1400. In 4th place comes the Ultra Nova. It comes in at a price point of $12.99, and our customers across the board claim that this is the most comfortable bidet seat that they've tried. We also get very few risk-free trial returns on the seat. The reason the Ultra Nova only came in 4th is we have had some reliability issues. Some solenoids have gone bad and some lid motors have gone bad. We've heard that those have been fixed in the upcoming container that's coming in. So we expect it to be much better moving forward, but it comes in 4th this time around for that reason. The Ultra Nova does come in white and elongated only, so there's no round or beige or biscuit option. You will also notice that the Ultra Nova is incredibly slim in the back, one of the slimmest seats on the market at 3.7 inches in the back, making it almost look like a traditional toilet seat. Another thing that makes it look quite slim is the fact that the lid is lipless, so you can see it looks much more like a traditional toilet seat lid as well. The control knob on the side allows you to control practically everything about the seat if you'd rather control it from the seat instead of using the remote. The Ultra Nova gets a 5 out of 5 stars for comfort. Customers who have tried this compared to any of the other seats in our top 5 consistently say that this is the most comfortable. That's because of the slim profile and the fact that it's got a D shape in the front, giving us a lot of sittable space. We also have quite a range of temperatures here. So depending on the setting chosen, we can have 95 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 111 degrees Fahrenheit on this heated seat. The Ultra Nova comes with a durable sittable lid that supports 400 pounds. The lid also has the option to auto open, or that feature can be turned off if you so desire. The Ultra Nova has silver nano sterilization. The nozzle itself is made from antibacterial plastic, and the rear wash utilizes 3 holes, while the front wash utilizes 4 holes, and the enema wash utilizes a single hole. Regardless of which of these 3 washes you choose, you're looking at a temperature range of 92 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 103 degrees Fahrenheit. And of course, you can turn the heater off altogether if you're looking for room temperature. The pressure on the rear wash is medium to high. So if you're looking for a low pressure wash, this might not be the best option, but it does have good range in the higher tiers. You've got 3 nozzle positions on the Ultra Nova with a range of about 1.5 inches. And the nozzle defaults to oscillating back and forth. A second press of the wash will stop that and have it stationary. When it comes to the front wash, you're looking at a slightly wider range. The low end is slightly better on the front wash, but it is still pretty directed and not super wide. So because of that, it does feel a little bit stronger than some of the other washes in the top 5. The front wash also offers the 3 nozzle positions, defaults to oscillation, and has a range of about 1.5 inches. The enema wash only has a high power wash, as you would expect, because it's an enema wash. It is a very pointed wash. It offers 3 nozzle positions, and it also has a range of about 1.5 inches. The remote control for the Ultra Nova is a classy stainless steel and matte black plastic. It's radio frequency, and it has rocker switches for most of the buttons on the front and a whole button for the stop. It also has buttons on the top. All of these buttons are clicky buttons, so you know whether or not you've pressed that button. As you can see, there are also lights on the top. These lights can be off, 1 light, 2 light, or 3 lights, depending on whether or not you are on low, medium, or high, or in the case of something like temperature, the heat is off altogether. There's also a cheat sheet that you can mount behind the remote that will walk you through the buttons on the top so that you don't have to look down at those buttons to see exactly what they do. The Ultra Nova also has user presets for 1 and 2 users. So if you want to save your favorite settings in the remote, that's an option with this unit. If you're not using a user preset, it will default to the last settings used, and there is no auto wash on the Ultra Nova. The Ultra Nova also does not have a deodorizer. Some of the special features that it does have, though, is a hot-cold massage where it oscillates between cold and hot temperatures. It offers an enema wash and the control knob on the side, which in my opinion is a very underrated feature. It comes with a 3-year full warranty with an option to upgrade that warranty to a 4 or a 5-year warranty. We offer a 60-day risk-free trial on the Ultra Nova, so if you're unhappy with it for any reason within the first 60 days, you can return it for a full refund. So why buy the Ultra Nova? If you're looking for a sleek, classy unit that's ultra comfortable, this is an excellent option. It's also the only seat on our top 5 list that has an enema wash. So if that's an important feature for you, the Ultra Nova is a great option in that respect. We also expect much better reliability with this next batch, which any seat purchase moving forward will be part of this next batch or a future batch. So we expect reliability to be up drastically. In third place, we have the Eaze Z3. It comes in at a price point of $899, and there's a lot that customers like about it. For starters, the remote is super intuitive and easy to use. It's also very infrequently turned in for a risk-free trial refund, and it doesn't have a whole lot of repairs. So it's a pretty high-quality product. Not only that, but despite the fact that it's somewhat bulky in the back, customers find this seat very comfortable. It also fits a much wider array of toilets than a lot of the other bidet seats on the market. And it has a curved back, which allows it to fit French curved toilets, which a lot of other bidet seats won't fit. However, it only comes in white. The Eaze Z3 is the tallest seat in this lineup, coming in at a little bit over 6 inches. But despite the fact that it's bulky looking, again, the flatness of the seat itself makes it quite comfortable. We give the comfort of the seat 4 out of 5 stars. It might not be the best for larger individuals, because of the tall back, but it is still one of the most comfortable seats. The heated seat range comes in at 97 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 105. The lid on the Eaze Z3 is a sittable lid, and it does not offer auto opening for either the lid or the seat. The Eaze Z3 also offers silver nano sterilization and has a stainless steel nozzle with one spout for the rear wash and one spout for the front wash. Both the front and rear wash temperature on the Eaze Z3 go from 93 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 105 degrees Fahrenheit and can be turned off if you want room temperature. The pressure range is quite good as well, the low being quite low and offering a pretty high power as well with good volume. When it comes to position of the nozzle, you have 5 different nozzle positions, and it's about a 1-inch range from the furthest back to the furthest forward position for the rear wash. For the front wash, the low is very low velocity while still having good volume and not offering as wide of a wash as the Swash 1400 or the TOTO, which we'll talk about in a bit. It also offers 5 nozzle positions and also offers a range of about 1 inch. You also have an auto wash, a big green button on the remote. This is a 60-second warm water wash with a 3-minute dry, and all of the settings default to medium in the auto wash configuration. The remote for the Eaze Z3 is very easy to use with large words and colored buttons, as well as light indicators to tell you where your settings are as the lights move across the remote. It's also got clicky buttons so that you know when you've pressed a button. It also has infrared transmitters, one on either side and one in the top, and 2 receivers on either side of the seat. There are no user presets on the Eaze Z3, but it will default to whatever settings were chosen last. And if you use the auto wash option, you're going to get medium settings across the board. The Eaze Z3 also comes with a deodorizer, and really the thing that sets this seat apart is how easy it is to use this remote. This seat comes with a 4-year full warranty and a 60-day risk-free trial. So who is this seat for? Well, if you're new to bidets and you want a really simple, easy to use remote, great option. If you're an amputee and you're looking for a remote that you can operate with an elbow or a foot, this is a great option. If you are older and you have waning eyesight, this is a great option with the colored buttons. Those with ALS or Parkinson's also find this to be a really easy remote to use. So in any of those scenarios, we would highly recommend the Eaze Z3. In second place, we have the TOTO S7A. It comes in at a price point of $1,420, but that is subject to change as TOTO changes their prices pretty consistently. Customers have a lot that they like about this seat, but the biggest item is the wide pressure range, which is the widest range of pressures of any seat we've ever tested. Customers also say that the seat is not very comfortable, but they love how well it pairs with TOTO toilets. If you get a TOTO toilet, you can set it up as a Washlet Plus, so the cord and the hose route through a hole in the porcelain, hiding that cord and hose. You can also get buttons for the top of the remote that allow you to have auto flushing if it's paired with a compatible TOTO toilet. So there's a lot of benefits to that combination. The TOTO S7A does offer a lot of variety in shapes and sizes. It has both round and elongated and comes in both white and beige colors. It also offers both a classic and a contemporary trim. This seat is also one of the sleekest seats on the market, coming in at about 4 inches in height, so a little bit taller than the Ultra Nova, but shorter in the back than any of the other seats on our top 5 list. We give this seat a 2 out of 5 for comfort because of how narrow it is, making it a little bit less comfortable. This is one of the few complaints that we get from customers about this particular seat. The heated range of the seat is pretty good at 87 degrees Fahrenheit at the low end, all the way up to 109 degrees at the high end. The lid is not sittable, so if you're going to sit on this seat, you want to make sure that you lift the lid first, but it does offer both auto opening lid and seat. And if you decide that you don't want that functionality, you can always save a bit of money and simply go with the S7. This seat also has e-water sterilization and has a telescoping antibacterial plastic nozzle and has 3 holes in that nozzle, one for rear wash, one for the soft rear wash, and then the last one is used for both the front wash and the soft front wash. Regardless of which of the washes you choose, you're going to have a temperature range starting at 84 degrees Fahrenheit, going all the way up to 104 degrees. Of course, you can turn that off as well if you prefer room temperature. The rear wash offers a really good range from low to high pressure, really the best in the industry, and also offers a soft rear wash, which makes that even a wider range. You have 5 nozzle positions from front to back, and those take up a range of about 1.5 inches. For the front wash, you have a really good range from low to high as well, with the soft front wash being a very wide, very low pressure wash, almost more of a mist. So again, really good pressure range on any of these settings for the TOTO. You're also looking at a 1.5 inch range from front to back and 5 nozzle positions for the front wash as well. The remote is a glossy white plastic with large clickable buttons on the top and smaller clickable buttons along the bottom. You've also got some buttons along the top here for your auto opening lid and seat. And if you have auto flushing, you'd see those options here as well. And then on the back, you have additional buttons for additional settings, as well as some buttons that legitimately don't do anything. This remote does use infrared, so we're going to see a transmitter on the top and one on the front. And then for the receiver, we simply have one over here on the side. Now you might be thinking to yourself, there are no words on the remote. I kind of have to guess as to what they do. The good news is this seat also comes with a cheat sheet that can be mounted with the wall mount that has words on it to help walk you through what each of the buttons does. The remote also has some lights on it, so you'll see the lights between the minus and the plus to let you know which option you've got selected there. Lights for user presets, letting you know which of 4 user presets you've got selected there. And then lights here above the normal and the soft wash for the rear, normal and soft wash for the front. Press once, you get one. Press a second time, it switches to the other. And then there's also some lights on the back for high and low settings, as well as whether or not certain settings are enabled. The TOTO S7A is the only seat in our top 5 video that offers 4 user presets. If you're not using a user preset, it's going to default to whatever the last setting was, and there is no auto wash function on this particular remote. This seat does have a deodorizer, and it's got some pretty cool special features, including a pre-mist, which mists the bowl down to keep debris from sticking, as well as really the widest variety of washes of any seat on our top 5 list, and the e-water sterilization, which really does help to keep this as sanitary of a device as possible. This seat also comes with a 2-year full warranty, but we do not offer a risk-free trial on this particular seat. This seat is a great option for those with a TOTO toilet, especially if you're doing a Washlet Plus setup with the cord and the hose hidden, and maybe wanting to add the auto flushing capability. It also is a great option for anyone looking for a wide range of washes, wash pressures, wash temperatures, great option as well. And then of course, if you're looking for something that can be styled from round to elongated, white to beige, or even different trims for the lid, classic and contemporary, this is a great option for you to consider. Let's talk about a few honorable mentions before we talk about the best seat of 2026. First on that list, the TOTO S5. It's quite a bit less expensive than the TOTO S7A, and while it's missing a few key features, it's still quite feature rich, and it's a TOTO product. It's got a bulkier design, and it's new enough to the market that we don't have a lot of customer feedback on it yet, but if you're looking for a TOTO product that doesn't break the bank, it's worth considering. The next on our honorable mentions is the Kohler K3905. This seat is quite unique in the respect that it's the only seat on the market that we're aware of that has a 3D wash, which is a wash where the nozzle rotates from side to side and front to back to cover as much area as it possibly can. It also has a good variety of different sprays, and it has a mist setting, but we found that that was mostly useless. We don't sell this model as of yet, so this is not one that we have any customer feedback on, and it's not one that we felt like we could put on the top 5. Next on our honorable mentions is the Tushy Aura. It's got a great price point and a decent feature set. The front wash we found cut out a bit here and there, And we just started selling it, so we don't have a lot of feedback from customers. So we're gonna feel it out a little bit more, and if it deserves a spot in the next year, we'll let you know. Last on our honorable mentions is the Brondell T44. This seat's got some great power, but it does have issues with the lid staying up, and the lid is pretty brittle. It does have a cool feature in that it has a version that is for commercial use, where it will connect to a Flushmaster toilet with a professional plumber installing it and an open front. So it's got a couple of different versions, which also makes it a cool find. In first place, we have the Eco Nova. This seat comes in at $699 and is a customer favorite of ours. Some of the things that they love about it is the fact that it is very comfortable and that it has almost no issues with repair needs. It also has almost no risk-free trial returns, and it has multiple forms of sterilization. One of the things that customers do complain about is the fact that it only comes with a rose gold remote, so it doesn't necessarily match every bathroom decor. The Eco Nova comes in an elongated white form factor and fits almost every elongated toilet, as well as some round toilets, so take measurements if you're curious. The height of the Eco Nova in the back is a little over 4 inches, so it's a little bit taller than the TOTO S7A, but it is still sleeker than a lot of the bidet seats out there on the market today. We give the Eco Nova a comfort rating of 4 out of 5, and the heated seat has a range of 98 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 107. The sittable lid is very durable, technically rated at 400 pounds, but we've had customers larger than that use it without any problems. The Eco Nova does not have any auto open functions, but it does have multiple forms of sterilization. It has silver nano sterilization, as well as a UV light in the nozzle compartment that cleans the nozzle with that UV sterilization. The nozzle itself is a stainless steel nozzle, and it has 3 holes in the spout for the rear wash, and then 5 holes in the spout for the front wash. The washes, regardless of whether or not you're looking at rear or front, are going to range from a temperature of 91 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 103 degrees Fahrenheit. And you can also turn it off if you're looking for a room temperature wash. The rear wash has a pressure range of really medium to strong. There's not really a good low end pressure on the Eco Nova. And the spray is more directed and targeted than you might see on some of the other bidet seats. The nozzle position itself has 5 different positions from front to back and has a range of about 0.75 inches. For the front wash, the pressure is a little bit wider from low to high, but it's still not quite as low as you're gonna see with the TOTO or the Swash 1400, especially when you're looking at the wide setting washes for those units. The position is the same, 5 different nozzle positions and a range of about 0.75 inches. The Eco Nova also offers a hot-cold wash that oscillates between hot and cold temperatures to help soothe tender areas. The Eco Nova has a stainless steel remote with a rose gold finish, and it uses a radio frequency signal so it can go through walls and isn't affected by things like dark colors in the bathroom. The remote has clickable buttons that have words on them so they're easy to understand. The Eco Nova does not have user presets, but will default to the last settings used. It does have an auto wash function as well, which, like the other seats in our top 5, defaults to medium settings across the board. The Eco Nova does not come with a deodorizer, but it does come with a 4-year full warranty that can be upgraded to 5 or even 6 years. We also offer a full 180-day risk-free trial on the Eco Nova, so you can try it for a long period of time before you decide whether or not you want to keep it. So who is this seat for? It's for anyone who's looking for the best bang for their buck and looking for a great seat with great features at a great price. This seat has the fewest repairs of any of the seats that we've sold to date, as well as the fewest risk-free trial claims of any of the seats that we've sold to date, even though it has the longest risk-free trial period. It's also got your hot-cold massage and great sterilization features, so if you're really looking for a clean seat, this is a great option, as well as the fact that it's comfortable and it's a sleek unit. So the top 5 seats, and who are they for? In 5th place, it's the Swash 1400. Great for if you need a soft, wide wash, and it's also great for smaller individuals. In number 4, the Ultra Nova. Great if you're looking for luxury and comfort, really comfortable seat. And if you're looking for an enema wash or a hot-cold massage. In third place, we have the Eaze. That's great if you're looking for ease of use, a really, really simple remote, as well as mobility issues or challenges. This is a great unit for you. In number 2, we have the TOTO S7A. This is great if you're pairing it with a TOTO toilet and you're looking for maybe a Washlet Plus setup with the cord and the hose hidden, or you need a variety of different wash pressures and settings, or want auto opening and closing, auto flushing, things like that. And in first place, we have the Eco Nova, which is a great option if you're looking for a seat that's durable, that's just gonna stand the test of time, that's comfortable, that has a 180-day risk-free trial, so you can be confident that you love it before you decide to keep it. Has hot-cold massage, a great list of features, and is just a problem-free upgrade to your home. For more information, check the article in the video description. If there's anything that you hope to see in this video that you didn't see, feel free to comment on this video, email us, live chat with us, call us, text us. We're happy to help, so reach out so that we can do that. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.
MiniBidets.com, where we sell mini bidets, not mini bidets.